I'll go first because I'm already on the screen here. Yes, freaking yes. I was gonna say a different F word. Yes, let
Yeah.
them have fans. Like, don't be intimidated by Raider Nation, Chargers fans or Rams fan. Like, Southern California is a massive area, like LA County, Orange County, Ventura County. Are like, what the hell were these old Stone Age rules where you can't like territorial rights and like what the hell is this? Like, like, oh, this is my land or you're coming to my territory. Like, it's not a gang war. Like, like, can we just all watch football and choose what you like? Like, what's the problem here? So, if you're the Chargers or you're in the Rams, just say who cares? Like, the Rams are out there in San Fernando Valley. Like, it's LA. No one's gonna drive. Like, you choose where you want to go. Like, if you're a Chargers fan, you're not going to Costa Mesa to see the Raiders because they're rivals. So, Costa Mesa is so far away from El Segundo, far away from Woodland Hills. For Cowboys, Oxnard is super far. I guess the only kind of issue is the Saints in Irvine and the Raiders in Costa Mesa, but they're different conferences. Like, they're not even rivals. Like, who cares? Like, let the Saints, let the Raiders do their thing, and let the Chargers have their own, I guess, event at the new headquarters. So to me, LA, like, if you want to make one exception, Southern California is it. It's massive. No one's gonna drive. Like, no one's like, you're gonna go where you want to go and let people have their choice.
I think it's more on ownership than it is on the fans. I don't think the fans are the ones that kind of care. I think the fans are going to be like, "Oh, we'll be in El Segundo." The other ones are going to be like, "Oh, well, we're up in wherever," and all that. I think it's more on ownership, and I think it's a damn shame if they don't allow this to happen. Because what, like, if I'm the Raiders, then I mean, come down to San Diego then and do your training camp down here, and nobody's going to fight you on it. So I just think it's a disappointment because obviously Raider fans are huge. And besides Chargers and Rams, you're not going to stop Raider fans from being Raider fans because you don't allow their fans in there. So Joe Morley actually wants them to stay in Las Vegas and do their training camp from out there. So, but I just think that it's a shame that they're doing that just
Well,
because there's so many fans here, and especially because in LA, like there's fans in LA, there's fans in San Diego, Oakland, Las Vegas, so everybody could come out. I think they would actually have to shoo people away, Gilbert, if I'm being completely honest. I think if fans like the first day of training camp, if they allow fans, they're gonna have to shoo fans away because there's just gonna be way too many
do
people
it for a week.
to do something. That's what I'm saying. Like they need to do something, like especially because that's come on, that's terrible. And if they're not gonna allow it, then the Raiders should do something right by the and the Saints. Hold events, hold an event out like outside of the training camp and maybe take some players over there and have them sign autographs and meet fans or
Yeah,
do
good
something
point.
to that extent. But I think it's terrible if they don't allow either fans to go there because it's a shame. And we've seen that the Saints have a lot of fans in Southern California. So don't be like that. You're not going to gain anything. You're not going to lose anything if the Raiders and Saints have their fans there. So it's just they never open up training camp, really?
Well, that was under the old regime, so that's
Oh,
also the thing. And then I mean, I'll say this in terms of, and I agree with Mark Medlock. I think you also have to think about business in terms of here. Like we're talking about, what it's going to do for Costa Mesa. Like the Raiders, are donating money to improve. They're putting in locker rooms there. They're putting new field in there. So, and also you're talking about what it can do for the city of Costa Mesa, what it will bring, the businesses that also helps there. I just think you're missing an opportunity. Also, you won all these teams. I've also heard that before the Raiders got Costa Mesa, the Texans were also looking to move to Costa Mesa as well. So teams want to move out to California for their training camp. You should allow them to, and if you're going to do that, you should open it up to fans to be able to come and see their team. And to Joe Morley's point as well, he likes it because not a lot of Raider fans are allowed you know, to show up, and so he's able, because he probably has credential, he's able to go and see. But I know for a lot of Raider fans, this is the only time they're gonna, especially for those who live in Southern California, this is the only time they're gonna get to see those players. So for me, I think it's an opportunity lost